Right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining this special Zoom. Right, so I have updated the Aureus presentation to make it more streamlined. Also busy with a video for it, and I'm going to show tonight what Aureus is and what kind of impact it could do for Sun or will be doing for Sun. Right. So, firstly, what is Aureus? Aureus is a gold mining company. That's their main sector. And what we are offering is shares, right? So, people are buying shares in Aureus Alliance Holdings. And these shares are registered in South Africa with CIPC. So our plan by 2026, by quarter one, so in January 2026, is to set up two eco-friendly cold wash plants. Okay. It takes about 3 months for it to be created and everything. And we estimate that we're going to be in phase 2 or 3 with this sale by August, September, around about there. So January we will start mining, which means that the first dividends that will be paid out in March, April. So shareholders are getting quarterly dividends, right? So this is not a weekly and monthly um, return, if I can put it like that. And it's also not percentage based. It's based on the profits of what the mine has been generating. And once the 1.4 million shares have been sold, then we're going to convert all of the shares over to NFTs that will go onto the NFT marketplace. And then anybody that comes in afterwards, they're going to be buying the shares from the members that are selling the shares at $1,000 a piece. So, I mean, if you're coming in at $5 and you're selling your share at $1,000, that's a massive return. And that is excluding what you've already earned in the dividends. If you sell your share, you don't get dividends anymore, though. The one thing that needs to be understood very clearly. Right, so we are in our pre-sale at the moment, which means that we have put 200,000 shares one side, and we're charging $5 for these 200,000 shares. There's a total of 20 phases, including the pre-sale, and on each phase, the shares are becoming less, and the share price is increasing. So our target by June 2026, right, is to have 3.5 tons capacity to be able to mine 3.5 tons by June 2026. That means that we'll have over 10 wash plants set up and ready to mine, and it generates roughly $145 per share annual when we're sitting at 3.5 tons. Um, so, like I said in the beginning, you are buying shares in Aureus Alliance Holdings. You are not buying shares in one specific gold mine. You are buying shares in the company. And what Aureus is planning is every year is to increase the amount of land and also increase the amount of wash plants. You're allowed to have one wash plant per 25 hectares. So we want to do over 5,000 hectares by 2030. And that will generate about 80 tons of gold, which will give a generation in the shares of about $4,000 per share, all right, per year. So meaning that the dividends is continuous. This is a long-term financial product, if I can put it like that, where if you think about what you're doing is, sorry, so no, latecomers. Right. Sorry about that. Okay, so when people are buying shares, they need to think about the future. They can either sell it once it goes onto the exchange, or they hold onto these shares and they're getting yearly dividends for as long as what they own the shares. Now, there's a gold mine in Zimbabwe that's been running for over 100 years and has done over 10,000 tons of gold in this period. And that's just one gold mine. We're talking about spreading across Africa. This is the team that was in Zimbabwe. You can see there I am myself as well. Little disclaimer, Sun is not an owner of Aureus. Sun is not an owner of the gold mine. Sun has been contracted to develop the software and get everything up and running and sell the shares. And for that, Sun is earning a percentage in commissions. Okay, so here's the owner, Mr. Donovan James. This gentleman here, he's a gold expert. He's got 5 gold mines in Zambia. Um, his partner over there, they were brought to this area to come and assess what the grade quality is and everything. This other white gentleman that's over there, he is from the engineering company. He's actually going to build these wash plants. So we're not going to buy wash plants that can break down and we don't have support. There's actually this company that's going to be creating this physical wash plant on site. So if anything happens, anything breaks, he'll come and fix it, get everything up and running. So there's a couple of core holes that was dug. It took about an hour to dug this, and then they washed it to test the grain and things. And you can actually see the 4 pieces of gold that's there amongst the sand. And this is just in an hour, about 4 grams of gold that was taken out. Um, so this is a piece of silica rock. Um, People are holding it everywhere, and what they explained is that the machine crushes this, and inside of it is 1 ounces of gold. So the tailings, the plant does 200 tons per hour of tailings that gets put into the bucket, and it processes that during the wash plant. Uh, so this gentleman here, he is very, very important. He is the advisor for the president in Zimbabwe, and he's also on board on the project. So we've even got backing from the president and the advisors. Um, so this discussion we had here is about the grass. The grass is green, very important between here and there. There's not a lot of water here, number one. Number two, there's not a lot of iron, so there's not a lot of gold content. The more iron there is in the soil, the higher content of gold there is in the soil. Where in Kondoma, where we are going to be mining, there is a lot of iron in the soil. That's why the grass is so green and also the water content. As you can see, there is already quite a lot of water that can be used, but as you're digging as well, there's water in the bottom. So there's more than enough water, even though the riverbeds are dried. And we had multiple negotiations with the chiefs and everything. We're going to be setting them up with boreholes, electricity, schooling, and also health facilities. And then we also traveled throughout Zimbabwe, went to various institutions. We went to the Rari Club. We went to universities, went to people's houses, had presentations everywhere to introduce the concept of business model. Right, so as I've explained, there's 1.4 million shares in total, 200,000 shares is at $5, and then there's going to be 1.2 million shares across the 19 phases. It's backed by Aureus Alliance Holdings, and you earning gold mine profits. In the future, Aureus will also be going into other sectors, and whatever sector Aureus is involved in, you will have a say because you are a shareholder. So you will have a voting right to vote whether or not to go into this. Payment is made in USDT, and we're accepting Polychain, Ethereum, Tron, and BNB network. So like I said, 20 phases. It's a total of $291,800,000. Right, so that's a lot of numbers. But what's important is Aureus gets $102 million, and with this is more than enough capital to do over 500 wash plants. Um, then Sun is getting $73 million. This is the commission that Sun is being given to um, uh, run everything, set up everything, and be a part of this. And we're also going to be purchasing a lot of shares with that as well. We're going to give 10% to charity. That's $29 million. And this is throughout Africa and the world. So any viable NPOs, charity organizations, they'll be able to apply for grants. They'll be able to to get a portion of that $29 million. We've really worked to make this a feasible opportunity for the affiliates, for the networkers, the leaders, even though this is not an MLM system at all, right? You're earning 15% commission, and that's a total of $43 million. $43 million in total. And then we've also got the Gold Diggers competition, which is another $43 million. And I'll be explaining that now further. Right. So the pre-sale phase, like I said, is $5. The total will be raised as $1 million. And 35%, $350,000. This will go towards starting of the first wash plant, cutting the road, fencing 25 hectares, acquiring machinery, teams, and management. So to set up to start in Godoma. Okay. Sun will be getting $250,000, and that's to pay all past expenses and everything, get everything set up. For the developers that have helped to bring this project to fruition. 10% will go towards charity. We want to feed 2,000 children, install 4 boreholes, 2 clinics supplying drops. So this is vaccinations, and then 100 school bursaries. So this is a start of our charity system. Like I said, this is ideas that we are putting what we want to do, what Aureus wants to do for the people. Right, so the affiliate is 30%. I want to explain how this works. So 15% is USDT. So if somebody, for example, buys $100, you will get, and you introduce that person, you will get 15%, which is $15. That $15 is USDT. You can convert it, you can withdraw it into your wallet. That's your decision, all right? But on top of that, you're additionally getting additional 15% in shares, right? So which means that you'll get $15 of shares. So that will be 3 shares on the pre-sale. So depending on what the current sale value is, the percentage stays the same, but that's the amount of shares that you're going to be getting. And yes, you will be able to convert your shares, the balance over to some USDT, the small balances that's left. Right. Then the competition. The competition is what's going to be driving this. We want to get top leaders to come on board. Like I said, this is not a multi-level marketing structure. Okay. So if you introduce somebody and that person buys shares, you're going to be earning commission. But anybody they introduce, you're not going to be earning any commissions from that. Right. They will be earning the commissions on there. So it's only one level deep. But for the top sellers, the top 10, we have put up this competition. So first prize is $60,000. The second prize will be $30,000, and third prize will be $18,000. The fourth to seventh prize, so the top 10, like I said, they will each get $6,000, right? Then once the first phase is finished, we'll go over to phase 1, where it increases to $10. All right. There's going to be $525,000. This will complete the first wash plant. We'll set up the first wash plant completely and actually start mine production. So actually gold's going to start coming out of the ground. In Sun, we're going to be purchasing our first 1,500 Aureus shares. Now, and explain why Sun is going to be purchasing a total of 100,000 shares is, like I've said, that by 2030, Aureus is going to do about 80 tons. So that's going to be about $4,000 of revenue, which means that if Sun owns 100,000 shares, that's going to be $4 million. That's going to be coming into, sorry, $400 million. That's going to be coming into Sun. Now imagine what Sun can be doing with that. Regardless, TTT is going to be skyrocketing. TTT will have a liquidity like no other token that's out there. I didn't say coin, all right? Bitcoin is a coin. It's not a token. Tron is also a coin blockchain, but TTT is on the Tron blockchain, so it is a token. But we're going to have one of the strongest tokens in the world. $200,000 liquidity is going towards CoinStore. Number one, right? We want to buy out everybody that is literally selling TTT at the moment, so that they can get back what they have lost and also gain more. All right. And then also we're going to be putting in $150,000 into Sun, setting up a headquarters, invest in AI gaming, education, advertisement, and trading. All right. Then on the charity side, we're going to build 2 new classrooms, another 3 boreholes, feed 5,000 kids, and set up medical kits and rural clinics, 3 of them. Once again, the affiliate is still 30%, but now we're talking about $225,000. So you're roughly getting $1.5 per share that is being bought, and the same goes for the shares, additional bonus of 15%. Competition is also increased. First prize is $90,000. Second prize is $45,000. Third prize is $27,000. And the fourth to seven is $9,000 each. Now I have to explain this. Every single phase, there is going to be new winners. Okay. It's not to say that the same winners are not going to win. It depends on the leaders. All right. So everybody is going to push to build this. This is what our goal is. We want to sell out these 1.4 million shares in the next 12 months. All right. Okay. So we're going to run quickly through everything. Every sell is increasing, okay, by $5 up until the 10th, the fifth phase. I'll explain now. And on every single phase, we're going to be adding an additional wash plant. But what's important is Sun is going to be purchasing additional shares and also start listing on other exchanges, right? Because now TTT is safe and secure on a CoinStore. So now the next cup money is going to go to the next exchange, and we're going to be increasing as the exchanges become more popular. Like for example, Binance, we're going to put over $1 million in there in liquidity. And then also the charities increases every single level, competition increases on every single level. And like I said, it resets on every single level. Okay, so phase 3 is $20, phase 4 is $25, phase 5 is $30, 6 is $35, 7 is $40, phase 8 is $45, phase 9 is $50, and phase 10 is $100. Okay, so we estimate that we'll get to phase 10 by January 2026. All right, so think about it like this. We get by phase 10 by January 2026. That's where we want to have the first mine set up. Okay, but we'll have enough capital to pay for 10 wash plants. Right, so ahead, going to be paying for the 10 wash plants, and they will be set up completely. That by June 2026, like I've said, right, all 10 wash plants will be completely set up on Kadoma, which means that the dividends will be conceptually much higher for the shares. And then also we're going to be starting additional wash plants. So we said that we're going to be purchasing more and more property. We have already got on the books 47 additional sites in Mutare, which is lower in Zimbabwe. All right. And then also, like I said, every single level we're going to be listing on a different exchange. And the charity is increasing, competition is increasing. Now, from phase 10 onwards, it's $100 more per share. $100 more per share. Okay. But what does that also mean is that everything increases as well. Aureus is getting $3.5 million. Charities, $1 million. Competition is $1.5 million. Okay, first prize, $600,000. Second prize, $300,000. Third prize, $180,000. And fourth to seventh prize, $60,000 each. Okay, and this is bonuses, you know. There's going to be a lot of people that's not going to be able to be in the top 10, but they are going to be earning commissions on the affiliate side, right? Um, then phase 12 is $300, 13 is $400, 14 is $500, 15 is $600, 16 is $700, and look at where we're sitting at 12,250,000 dollars. All right, that's going to be 35 wash plants. That we're bridging over to South Africa now. Mutare is done. Uh, uh, Kadoma is done. Mutare is done, and we're going over to South Africa. And we already crossed 3,000 hectares, 122 wash plants. Okay. And we are listing on Upit with $1.5 million. Think about that. Think about what can $1.5 million do in liquidity to TTT as a token, all right? That gives every single person, every single member in Sun the security that they will be able to sell their shares. They'll be able to sell their TTT. Okay. Because by this time we way past 2026 already. Competition. $5.2 million, $2.1 million first prize, second prize $1 million, third prize $630,000, and fourth to seventh is $210,000 each. You're getting $105 per share that you're selling on your 16th phase. We're going to be building a 5 remote maternal and child fleet. We started developing a hospital, physical, full-scale hospital, that will have surgery facilities, everything. And in Kadoma, there is nothing. That's just one thing. There is nothing in Kadoma. There's small little shops, like cafes. There's no physical buildings, electricity, water, all those things. All right. Feeding 175,000 children and sponsoring 7,500 full scholarships. Um, Now the question is, I've heard this now from previous investors, is what if, for an example, in India or in deeper Africa, or anywhere in the world, how can they get a part of this? If their MPO qualifies, then they can get part of this. Right? We want to set up as much in the world, not just in Africa. All right. Phase 17 is $800. Phase 18 is $900. And finally, phase 19 is $1,000. So by phase 19, once that is sold, and it's only 50,000, I don't even show that. So by phase 5, we're going into 50,000 shares, right? So the phases, every phase, the shares is decreasing, right? And then from phase 5 onwards, it's all 50,000 shares. Yeah, we will be sitting at this is like the end phase, all right? Now, does that mean that's the end of Aureus? No, not at all. That's just the beginning. Okay, that means that we own 6,000 hectares property, 257 wash plants. This is more than enough. We'll have thousands and thousands of people that are working, machinery that's working, that's building and everything. So, this is where we want to be by 2030. By 2030, which is 5 years from now. Right? It's a 5-year growth plan. Sun will be listed, TTT will be listed on Binance by year. Right? This is our target. We don't just want to come into Binance because Binance is going to be difficult to list. But I mean, if we're going to be bringing in $3 million, they won't say no. Definitely not. Charity, $5 million going towards charity here. The hospital will be completely built by then. We also want to have remote maternal and children fleets and everything. So we want to upgrade Africa. We wanna help the world, charities worldwide, and yeah, the competition on the 19th phase is crazy. $3 million, $3 million for first prize, $1.5 million second prize, third prize is $900,000, and fourth to seventh prize is $300,000. So this is an opportunity for any networker, all right, and any member of Sun existing that has already got TTT. If you're worried about where's TTT going to be in the next 5 years, this is the opportunity to boost TTT to 100, maybe even $1,000 per token. And the reason being is because we adding number one, liquidity, we're putting on all the exchanges, and number three, we are giving a massive demand because something that I am planning, which I said I will say in the next meeting, is that we are going to be burning more TTT, all right? Which means that TTT's value will increase, all right? I'm thinking Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sitting at 100, now at $120,000 now. It's only got 21 million Bitcoin. So I think that we need to be sitting at roughly about 21 million TTT in place of 210 million TTT. So to give TTT an actual value. So people that are holding on to TTT, they're going to be holding on to it, but they're also going to be selling. As TTT's value is going to be increasing, they're going to be selling. The company is going to be buying it from them because we'll have the capital to do that. Okay. And then we will be burning TTT. Right. That's it for the presentation. Hope everybody understands. I'll be showing the website next. Okay, but I'll first show the bots. So if you are interested, right, and you want to buy shares, the easiest current way is with the bot. Okay, so you can go to Telegram. We'll share a link with Mr. Maruti. He can share it to his members. Um, and then once you get to the bot, you're going to click on Start. And it's not going to start directly like this. You're first going to provide which country you're from, right? You're going to do small KYC and so forth, and then you'll be able to get here. On this page, you've got everything: legal documentation, company presentation, a full notifications of the shares, who's purchased, how much commissions you've earned in it, everything. Okay. You'll be able to see um, your commission balance, how much commission you've got in USDT, how much shares you've got, what's the current value of your shares. You'll also be able to see who is in your downline. Okay. And remember what I said is this is one single level, right? Single level. This is not multi-level. Very important. Everybody understands that. When you click on share your referral link, you'll get the referral link, and yeah. Uh, Easiest way is to purchase shares. Just click on purchase gold shares. And now for people that are in South Africa, they will have the opportunity to actually do bank transfers. And also if they are in Eswatini, which is Lesotho and Namibia, right? But everybody else is USDT. So USDT, you're going to choose either Ethereum network, a Binance network, Polygon network, or Tron network. Okay, so you're not going to send TRX or send BNB or send Ethereum or send Polygon. You are sending USDT in those change, right? So let's say for an example, Polygon. Yeah, you're going to choose how many shares you want to buy. So let's say you want to buy 20 shares. It will tell you, okay, the cost is $5 a share. $20, sorry. So you're getting 4 shares, and it tells you how many shares is available in this sale. You're going to confirm the purchase. And here it says send exactly $20 to this wallet address. Make sure it is to this wallet address. And then once you have done this, take a screenshot of it, going to submit payment proof. And yeah, you need to provide a wallet address. I'm going to just put everything here. We check every single transaction. Everything is verified on the blockchain before accepting. Okay. Then it's the hash code, and then finally a proof of payment. So please make sure that you are sending a screenshot of your transaction. Okay. We need to be able to see the hash code, the wallet address, and the amount. Very, very important. And if you are paying from, for example, Binance, and Binance does take um, a dollar transaction fee off the amount that you're sending. So if you're sending $20, Binance will take $1 and we will get $19. Your transaction will not complete, right? Then you'll have to send an additional $1. Okay, so please make sure that whatever exchange, the transaction fees that's been taken off um, accommodate for that, right? Then once this is completed, I'm just gonna approve this for this model. So I'm just in my admin at the moment, and I'm gonna approve this. Okay. The reason being, I want to show you the notification that's coming. So you will get two notifications. Well, you get one notification of the payment that you've made. All right. So payment is approved. It's $20 is approved. Share allocation is 4. And then also your upline will get a commission earned. So it will tell you how much USDT you've earned, um, and how many shares this basically is. Okay, now with the website, um, so the website is still in demo mode. We should be completed by tomorrow. I've worked the entire day and last night on the presentation to get that right. And we are done. The presentation is 100%. We will start with the translations in the various languages in the presentation from tonight. Um, Now, the website works according to the shares. So, for example, this user's got 11 shares. That 11 shares is on the $5. That's $55 in total. And the future dividends, $199, is based on the actual land size. So, if I increase the land size, let's say, for example, to 100, um, you'll see here it increases. And this is now based here. So, the first 25 hectares, that's the first wash plant. Okay. So first wash plant, $199, you paid $55. The more shares you're going to be buying or earning, okay, the more your dividends is going to be. Right. So this is a very big motivation for all the networkers out there because they're going to be earning shares as well. They don't just have to buy shares. Also, there's no membership fee. Zero. There is zero membership fee. You do not need to pay to join. Okay. All you need is your referral link. Please do not create an account and put that account underneath that account and screw over your upline. We will not tolerate it. Okay, because they're gonna complain to us and we're gonna delete your top account and transfer commissions or whatnot, or maybe even ban your account. Uh, please make sure you don't mess the people up that is presenting this opportunity for you. Now, so you can go play around with this calculator. I just want to get to the page. So on the home page that everybody can access now, Aureus.Africa. There is no .com or anything. It's just Aureus.Africa. You'll see that there is basically the whole presentation. Plus, there is a live calculator. And on this live calculator, you can go and calculate what's going on. So any investor can go and look and they can say, well, you know what, I want to buy 20 shares for argument's sake. And 250 hectares, that's where we want to be by 2026, June 2026. All right. And you're looking at $3,630 of dividends per year. Right. So the calculator is working 100%. The website, we are working on everything. It might be streamlined a bit more to make it more comfortable and easy for the members. We are putting in a full marketing toolkit here, where you'll be able to share your link directly from here to various social media platforms, because we want to make it as easy as possible for you to be able to share and sell the shares and then commissions. Right, so that's the end of the presentation. Like I said, the website should be done by tomorrow night. Um, or latest Thursday. Is there, I'm going to end it here. So thank you for joining this presentation. Um, and we're going to stop the recording now. If there's any questions, you're more than welcome to raise your hand.